In 1939, as Europe teetered on the brink, a small, independent nation, Finland, stood quietly in the north. To its east, the colossal Soviet Union, led by Joseph Stalin, eyed Finnish territory with expansionist ambitions, demanding strategic land. Finland, fiercely proud of its hard-won independence, refused these demands, unwilling to surrender its sovereignty. On November 30, 1939, the Soviet Union launched a massive invasion, believing they would crush Finland in weeks. The world watched, expecting the small Finnish army to be swiftly overwhelmed by the sheer might of the Red Army, which outnumbered them by an astonishing 50-1. Finland's army was small, poorly equipped, and largely composed of reserves, but they possessed an invaluable weapon: their spirit. Ordinary citizens, from farmers to foresters, mobilized rapidly, transforming into a formidable force defending their homes. As the invasion began, so did one of the harshest winters in memory, turning Finland's frozen landscape into an ally. Initial Soviet advances were met with fierce resistance, their massive columns struggling in the deep snow and unfamiliar terrain. The Finns, fueled by an unwavering resolve, fought not for conquest, but for the very survival of their homeland and way of life. Their most effective strategy was the Moti tactic, encircling and isolating enemy units, then destroying them piecemeal. Finnish ski troops, agile and silent, moved swiftly through the forests, ambushing Soviet convoys and disappearing before reinforcements could arrive. Their white camouflage rendered them nearly invisible against the snow, a stark contrast to the Soviets' dark uniforms, making them ghost-like hunters. Lacking sufficient anti-tank weapons, the Finns improvised with Molotov cocktails, bottles filled with flammable liquid, hurled at Soviet tanks. They knew every hidden path, every frozen lake, every dense thicket, turning Finland's unforgiving terrain into their greatest weapon. Among these heroes was Simo Heiha, the White Death, a farmer turned sniper who became a legend, with over 500 confirmed kills. The Battle of Rote Road epitomized Finnish brilliance. A long Soviet column was ambushed, encircled, and destroyed in sub-zero temperatures. Soviet tanks, designed for open plains, became frozen metal coffins in the snow-choked forests, vulnerable to Finnish infantry. Enduring temperatures as low as -40°C, the Finns, dressed for the cold, outlasted the unprepared Soviet troops, whose morale plummeted. Each small victory, each defended position, fueled their national pride and belief that they could, against all odds, repel the giant. The world, initially skeptical, began to laud Finnish courage, sparking international sympathy and calls for aid, though little arrived. Despite their size, the Finns inflicted devastating casualties on the Red Army, far exceeding their own losses, a shocking blow to Soviet prestige. Stalin, frustrated by the unexpected resistance and the Red Army's poor performance, was forced to pour more resources into the war. After 105 days of brutal fighting, a peace treaty was signed. Finland ceded significant territory, but crucially maintained its independence. The Winter War remains a testament to what courage, ingenuity, and a deep love for one's homeland can achieve against the most impossible odds.